Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to learn how to knit this beautiful baby skirt, and I'm going to show you the technique for it, and obviously I'm going to give you in the description below the pattern, which is on my blog. And it's a very easy to work, very quick knit, but also very flexible, so you could choose whichever lace pattern you want for your skirt, or you can just knit it all in stockinette. Then you do the decreases, then you do the waistband and a night cord, or you can just put an elastic or a crochet chain through it. But yeah, let's get started and let me show you how to work it. So the first thing that you want to do is choose, I recommend a cotton yarn for babies. This one is in bright pink, obviously, because it's a baby girl skirt. And gauge is not extremely important, but I do recommend that you have depending on the needles that you knit. I'm using here 3mm needles with this DK weight yarn, but you want to have 28 rows and 22 stitches on a 10 by 10 centimeters gauge. So you could follow the gauge on your yarn that you're using, and the one I'm using here is the Cotton Soft by King Cole in double knit. I've written the pattern in 3 sizes: small, medium and large. Small would be 0 to 6, medium 6 to 12, and large 12 to 24 months. So this could go up to 2 years old, obviously depending on your baby's size. You can just choose the size by the measurements instead of the sizes that I have. And here I'm doing the medium size. I have 160 stitches in the round, and I'm using circular needles to work it, and the wishbone stitch. Now I have a video on how to work this. I just want to show you a couple of stitches that you need to know in order to follow the pattern to do the wishbone stitch. So it's a 6-row repeat. We only do a pattern on the odd rows, so 1, 3 and 5, and the even rows we just knit all the stitches. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to knit 1, we're going to yarn over, we're going to knit 2, and then you need to do an S2KP, which means we're going to slip 2, we're going to knit 1, and we're going to pass the slip stitches over the one that we just knitted, and this makes these V's stand out. Then we're going to knit 2, and we're going to yarn over. So I'm going to show you one more time. So we're going to knit 1, yarn over, knit 2, S2KP, which means slip 2, knit 1, pass the slip stitches over, then we're going to knit 2, then we're going to yarn over. So repeat this until the end of your row. Then the second row you're going to knit all stitches, and I'll see you in the third row. So once you finish with row number 2, which was knit through all the stitches, we're gonna do row number 3. It's a little bit different than row number 1, but the stitches are pretty much the same. It's just the numbers varies. So we're gonna start by knit 2, then we're gonna do a yarn over, knit 1, and then we're gonna do an S2KP. Then we're going to knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So let me show you again. Knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, oh sorry, no yarn over, S2KP, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So one more time, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, and you know you need to do an S2KP because you're one stitch before this column of V's, so that's when you do your S2KP. Slip 2, knit 1, pass the slip stitches over the one that we knitted, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, and repeat this until the end of the round. Then you have round number 4, which is knit through all stitches, and I'll see you when we're ready for round number 5. When you get to row number 5, we're going to pass the marker and we're going to knit 3, and we're going to yarn over and do our S2KP, slip 2, knit 1, yarn over the 2, yarn over, knit 2. Then we're going to repeat that until the end of the round. So we're going to knit 3, yarn over, S2KP, yarn over, knit 2. Again, knit 3, yarn over, S2KP, yarn over, knit 2, and continue doing this until the end of your round. Then for round number 6, you're going to knit all stitches, and then that's it for the wishbone stitch. You repeat it as many times as you want until you get the length that you want, and then you can either go into the stockinette stitch and do the decreases, or you could do another lace. Once you finish with the wishbone stitch, you can see here that I finished my wishbone stitch part of the skirt. We are going to knit this line here, and in order to do this, it's very simple. It's a row of purl stitches, then a row of yarn overs, and another row of purl stitches. And I went ahead and purled the first row here, and now we're ready to do the yarn overs because well, it's not complicated, but it's just a bit different. So in order to do that, slip our marker, we're going to knit 1, then we're going to yarn over, knit 2 together, 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 and continue doing that until you finish the round. And then the next round you're going to do is purl all stitches, and I'll see you when you're done with that, and we're going to begin our second section of lace. So as you can see here, I already started the second section of lace, and you could do wishbone stitch to continue with it, or you could do the decreases and do this lace, which is simple as well, and I'll give you the instructions row by row and chart. And when you're done with this, we're going to start on the decreases, and I'm going to just let you go ahead and do the lace or no lace if you want, and then I'm just going to show you how to do the decreases. So once you finish the second part, well, the third part of the skirt, which is the second part of the lace, and I have it here, and I'll give you instructions how to knit it. It's 10 rows, very easy. You want to knit a few more rows until you start the pleats or the decreases, and obviously that depends on the size that you're knitting. And then we're going to start the decreases, which will be these pleats. And in order to do that, this is how it goes, and I have it all written down. You want to knit 10, 2, 3, 4. So you want to knit 10 and then you want to knit 2 together. Then you're going to knit 10 again. And you're going to knit 2 together again. And you want to keep going until the end of the round. And then for the next round, you want to knit 9, knit 2 together, 9, knit 2 together, 9, and then 8, and then 7, and then 6, and just follow the pattern. And when you're done with that, all you have to do is do the waistband. So this is kind of the last part of the video tutorial for this pattern. So here you finish the decreases and so the pleats, and then you started the seat stitch. And in the pattern, I'm telling you that on row 4, now this is not compulsory, you don't have to do it on row 4, you can do it row 5 depending on how wide you want the waistband. But for row 4, you want to do the yarn overs for the I-cord. So in the pattern, I'm telling you to, hang on just a second, bit of technical problems. I just finished here with a pearl. So you want to slip your marker, and now if you're on row number 4, you have to purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, then you do a yarn over, and then you purl 2 together. So then you will have, on the next row, it's going to be knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. But that's the first yarn over that we've done. Now we're going to knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, yarn over, which is going to be a purl, and then we're going to knit 2 together. And we continue doing this until the end of our round. So now we're going to do a purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, yarn over, which is going to be a knit stitch, purl 2 together. And on the next row, you're just going to knit the purls and purl the knits, and then you'll end up with holes for the I-cord. And after you've done with this, you want to knit the I-cord, and I'll give you a link in the description below, and maybe here on the screen, on how to knit the I-cord, and then you're done with the skirt. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you you knit this skirt. Please tag me on Instagram on your projects, or send me photos if you want, and let me know if I can be of any help. But thanks for watching. Bye.